ओम शांति।
Om Shanti.
अभी अभी सभी ने गीत सुना
The song that you heard just now,
कि बाबा ने हमें
that it is
अपना बनाया।
Baba that has made us belong to Him.
कितने शब्द अच्छे हैं
The words are very beautiful,
कि भगवान ने हमें
that
अपना बनाया।
it is God who has made me belong to Him.
तो जहाँ अपनापन होता है
When you feel that belonging,
वहाँ ऑटोमेटिक याद आती।
when you feel that belonging, then the remembrance is automatic.
जैसे हम सभी को अनुभव है
And we all do have that experience
कि 63 जन्म
that-
हमने इस स्थूल शरीर को
that for the 63 births, we've made this body belong to us. Okay, we had different bodies, and this body, which is mine, we made that very firm for the 63 births. It became a habit.
तो वो नेचुरली याद रहता है।
And so this is why we naturally remember the body.
इतने तक अपना नाम
And it has gone so far that we remember our name.
नेचुरल,
It becomes very natural to remember our name.
कोई और का नाम हमारा होगा और उसको बुला रही है मानो।
And so if somebody calls us, your name might be same as somebody else's, and when somebody is calling that name, you think they're calling you, but it might be for somebody else. In that same way,
नेचुरल याद है। करना
the
नहीं
name,
पड़ता है, मेरा
the
नाम
name
ये
for
है,
the
वो
body,
बुला रहे हैं क्या?
it's like we remember it automatically. We don't need to think, well, what is my name? What is that one's
ऐसे ही
name?
मैं
And in that same
आत्मा
way,
हूँ,
I, the soul,
सिर्फ आत्मा नहीं,
not just a soul,
लेकिन कौन सी आत्मा?
but what type of soul?
बाबा ने
Baba,
हमें समय प्रति समय
Baba, according to the various time, has given a variety,
स्वमान के नाम दिए।
has given us variety of names for self-respect.
वो नाम भी
And those names also,
हमें इतना ही नेचुरल याद है।
let me ask myself the question, do those names which Baba has given me, are they also natural?
जिसको अपना नाम भूल जाता हो,
You don't forget your own personal name.
कोशिश भी करे तो
Even
भी
if you
नहीं
try to forget it, you can't forget your particular name. In that same way, the
भूले।
name,
ऐसे ही
the types which Baba has given us for our self-respect, do we
बाबा
forget
के
that?
भगवान ने हमें
It
नाम
is
दिए।
God which has given us these names.
मानो बाबा ने कहा,
If Baba
मेरे
said to you,
ताज हो आप,
you are the one who is like the jewel,
क्योंकि ताज सिर से
the
भी ऊपर
crown.
होता है।
The crown is on the head, and so you are the one who sits on the crown.
जब साकार में बाबा थे,
I remember that when Baba was in Sakar form, in Panda Bhawan, Baba's room there,
वहीं पांडव भवन ही था तभी तो।
there was only Panda Bhawan at that time.
तो पांडव भवन में हम रहते
And
थे।
in
बाबा का
Panda
जो
Bhawan,
कमरा
I
है,
stayed there, and Baba's room,
बाबा कोई भी आते थे ना,
when people used to come to Baba, when VIPs, etc., Baba would explain to them with pictures. Baba used to explain to people which come to see him with pictures. Baba had so much regard for the pictures. And so Baba would say to others also, explain using the pictures. This is the geography, this is the history.
तो बाबा नीचे गद्दी पर बैठते
Baba
थे।
would sit on the gaddi,
हम लोगों को शौक होता था।
and we used to be quite shocked and surprised. Okay, Baba's room is quite big at the moment. In comparison, it was smaller, and we used to feel that, we used to want to listen to what Baba was saying.
जगह तो थोड़ी होती
The
थी ना,
space was very small. there might be VIPs which were sat there, and Baba would just explain using the pictures, but we would want to sit there. And so you've seen the bed in Baba's room. We would stand up. We would sort of stand and just sort of crowd around just to hear. When Baba's vision would go that we were standing, Baba would say, "Why are you standing?" And we'd say, "Baba, you're sat, and we can't sit on your bed." But Baba said, "Why?" Baba would speak very naturally to us. "Why? Are you not the one which is seated on top of Baba?" Then we would just smile. Baba would say, "Yes, but how can we sit on your bed just like that?" But Baba said, "I'm not gonna start sharing with this VIP soul until you sit on the bed. And so you are on top of my head. You're actually like the crown on top. So why can you not just sit on the simple bed?" And so in that way, Baba would make us sit on this seat of self-respect. So we have so many names of self-respect. You have your own names which Baba has given to you. Baba would say, "You would like the jewels in my eyes." Sometimes Baba would say, "You are the ones who are the world benefactors." There are so many names of self-respect. So if I ask myself that question, that I don't forget the name for this body. Today this body is here today, tomorrow it may not be there. It is we know it's perishable, but the remembrance is imperishable. The soul is imperishable, but our remembrance stays sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't stay. So this is why the first Murli from this season's Murli, Baba had said that this year, this particular year, children, from our Brahman dictionary, take away 2 words. Take away 2 words from your Brahmin dictionary. Just take them away completely. Whatever happens, if you're trying to understand what a word means, you look in a dictionary. In that same way, take away 2 words. And what were those 2 words? One is sometimes, and something. Baba says that this should not be in our dictionary, in our Brahmin dictionary. Why do we say sometimes? The soul is imperishable. And the one who gives is also imperishable. And the attainment, why do we make that perishable then? So the one who gives and one who takes, but why do we say sometimes then? Because I remember that in our young days, when we used to stay with Baba, in the early days when I first came, this was after Pakistan, Baba would see in the face. If Baba sees there was not a slight form of smile, not on the face, if he sees that, Baba would not like that. If he did not see a smile on the face, if there was something which was not making that one smile. If somebody came from the kitchen, was quite tired, or they were working hard somewhere, or it could be Maya which was interfering, and so the face does fluctuate. And so from a distance, Baba would see this. And Baba did not like it, and instantly Baba would say, "Child, come. child come,
बाबा आओ बच्चे कहता था तो उसको तो मुस्कुराहट
and then
automatically
instantly
चेहरे पर
they would
आएगी,
start
बाबा
to
बुला
smile.
रहा है।
Because it is Baba saying, child come, they would
तो बड़े खुशी
instantly
में वो बात तो भूल
smile.
जाती,
They would forget what
लेकिन
was in their
खुशी खुशी
mind,
में बाबा के
and so
पास
they would
चले जाते, बाबा
instantly
बुला
come
रहा है।
running to
और
Baba.
बाबा भी
And
ऐसे ही नहीं करेगा,
And Baba would not
बाबा
say,
ऐसे प्यार
Baba would
से
really with
हाथ
his
में
arm
लेके
to take that
पहले
child in
ऐसे
his arm.
झुलाएगा,
He would like swing
ऐसे
him in
लेके,
the swing in his
फिर
arms,
बाबा
and
ऐसे
then
नहीं
Baba
कहेगा
would
क्यों
not
आपका
say,
चेहरा ऐसा
why
है,
was your face like
बाबा
that?
कहता
Baba would not
था
say
बच्चे
that, but Baba would
आज
say,
कुछ तबीयत खराब
today,
है
was your
तुम्हारी,
health not good or something? Is
नहीं
your...
बाबा हम
And they
तो
said,
ठीक हैं,
no, Baba, I am
तो
okay.
आज आपकी
And
शक्ल में कुछ
so
फर्क लग
there's
रहा
a
है,
difference in your face today, Baba would
समझ
ask very
जाते थे
lovingly.
बाबा क्या चाहते थे,
And so that child would
नहीं बाबा
instantly
कुछ
know,
नहीं
well,
ऐसे करके
something, Baba's
हंसी
trying to know something.
मुस्कुराहट आ
But they
जाती
would
थी,
start to smile and say, no, I'm
तो
okay,
बाबा
Baba.
मुस्कुराता हुआ
And
फिर
then
कहता
Baba
था अच्छा
smiling
जाओ अभी
and say,
अपना
okay,
काम,
child, go, you get on with your work now.
इतना बाबा को हर बच्चे
And
के
so for
ऊपर
each
attention
child,
जाता था,
Baba's attention would go on every single child.
बाबा को चेहरे
Baba,
पर कोई और रेखाएं
if
हो ना,
Baba
कभी
saw
मेहनत की,
something
कभी
different,
थकावट
if he
की,
saw
कभी
effort on the
उदासी
face,
की,
if there was
कोई
disheartenment,
बात हो जाती
if
तो
there was a
भिन्न
feeling
भिन्न
of
जो
upset
हमारी
on the
भावनाएं
face,
होती है
so
अंदर
the
की,
pure
वो
feelings
चेहरे पर
which
तो
were
आती
the
है।
pure feelings or whatever was
बाबा
going on
कहता
is
था
shown on the
उदास
face or seen on the face.
उदास हो
And Baba
गई
said,
हो,
you become
उदास
disheartened.
क्यों हुई
You
हो,
become
पता है
disheartened. Why?
उदास शब्द का अर्थ क्या है,
You know what that word means,
उदास
don't
होना
you? To be
तुम माया
disheartened
की
means that
दासी बन
Maya,
गए,
you have become the slave of
माया
Maya.
की दासी बन गए हो,
You
दास
become
बन
that
गए हो ना,
slave, you
तभी
become the
उदास या
servant,
उदासी
and
आई,
so that's why your face is become like
क्यों
that.
उदासी क्यों आई,
Why have you become like that? Why
क्यों
have you
माया
become
का दास क्यों
upset?
बनी,
Why have you become the one
फौरन ही बाबा
who's
चेहरे
become
को
like that
चेंज,
slave or the servant? And then instantly the face would change
और
of the
अभी
child. And now,
हम आप कहेंगे आपके
and now
साथ
when
तो
you
साकार
say,
बाबा था,
okay, you're saying to us
लेकिन
that
अभी
Saka
बाबा
Baba
कहते हैं
was
मैं तो
with you,
कंबाइंड हूँ
but
तुम्हारे,
now Baba's saying that, you know, I'm combined with you.
चलो
This is
बाबा
what
तो
Baba's
कभी
saying to us
हमको
today.
साकार में देखेगा, कभी नहीं भी देखेगा,
And
सदैव
so
थोड़ी
at
साथ
that
में
time,
होगा,
Saka Baba was not with us
कंबाइंड
all the
है,
time, but
वो
if
तो
Baba
हर
is
घड़ी साथ है,
combined, that means Baba is with us every moment.
लेकिन बाबा उलहना एक देता
And
है
sometimes Baba
कि
says
मैं
that
कहते हैं
that
बाबा
I
कंबाइंड
say
है,
that Baba
लेकिन
is
कंबाइंड का
combined,
समय पर फायदा नहीं
but we
लेते,
don't take the benefit of Baba being combined with us.
क्यों हम
Why?
देखेंगे
Because we see that
कभी भी माया आती
that
है ना,
Maya can
तो
come,
माया के आने का तरीका क्या होता है,
and so what is the reason why Maya comes?
पहले माया
Maya first
अकेला बनाती,
makes you
कंबाइंड
alone.
भूल
Baba,
जाता है,
that Maya makes you forget that you are combined with
बाबा से
Baba
अलग
and
कर
makes you
देती
alone.
है,
It's not like makes you separate from
सिमटती तो
Baba.
है,
So we forgot that
और
awareness.
अलग करके
And by making you alone and make
फिर
you
वो आता है,
separate, then it makes you belong to him.
वैसे भी देश में देखो या दुनिया में भी,
In the world, we see
अगर कोई भी
that
किसको वार करता है
somebody,
तो पहले अकेला करता है
you know,
उसको,
somebody
पांच
who
कमरे में
wants
पांच
to
होंगे, सभी को ताला
who wants to
लगा
do
देंगे,
something
कुंडा
to
लगा
someone,
देंगे,
they
फिर
take them
कुछ
to a
करेंगे,
room separately, they take them away from everybody else and do what
तो
they want to
ये
do.
हमको चेक
In
करना
that same way,
है,
we have to check
माया के
ourselves
आने का रास्ता
that
है
what
पहले
is the
बाप को
route,
बुलवा
what's the path of
अकेला,
Maya. Maya makes us first become separate from Baba.
अब बाबा कंबाइंड है तो
Baba,
कंबाइंड
but if Baba is
सर्वशक्तिवान
combined with
है,
us, Baba is the Almighty.
कोई महात्मा धर्मात्मा नहीं है,
He's
सर्वशक्तिवान
not
है,
just a Mahatma soul or a
उसके
great soul,
आगे
but
माया
Baba
की
is the
तो जान चल ही
Almighty.
नहीं सकती,
And so Maya shouldn't even come at all to
आ ही
us.
नहीं सकती,
Maya cannot come to us at all.
लेकिन पहले हमको
But
अकेला करती
But
है,
what
वो
Maya
चालाक है
does,
बहुत,
Maya is very mischievous and clever. It makes us separate us
कहेंगे
from
हाँ
Baba.
है
And
तो
Maya
सही
says,
बाबा,
And then we say,
कोई
yes,
कहेगा
it's
भी ना, अरे
true.
तुम्हारे साथ बाबा है,
Some say, well, Baba is with you. And we say, well, yes, I know
लेकिन
Baba
दिल
is
नहीं
with me,
मानते.
but the heart is not accepting it.
बाहर से भले कितना
From the
भी
outside, you
बाबा
may say
बाबा
yes,
बाबा,
you may say
मंत्र
Baba,
माफी
Baba,
की जपो,
you may have like a mantra which
लेकिन ये
you
तो
sing
दिल
all the
की
time.
बात है.
But when it comes to the heart, it's different.
इसीलिए
And so this is why
बाबा कहता है
Baba says
उसी
that
टाइम तो
at
चाहिए
that time
combine,
you
लेकिन
want
माया
Baba
पहले वो
combined,
करती है,
but
ये
Maya
ख्याल में
separates
नहीं
us, and
लाते हैं बच्चे.
Maya makes us so unconscious in that way.
समस्या आती है ना, उस तरफ
When any
बुद्धि
situation
चली
comes,
जाती है.
our intellect goes in that
और
direction.
मम्मा ने
And
समझाया था
Mama used to
कि
explain to
माया
us
के
that
आने के
Maya,
5 गेट है.
there are 5 gates for Maya to
5
come.
गेटों में से एक गेट में जरूर आती है.
And so Maya comes through various forms of gates, the 5 gates.
वो 5 गेट है.
And those gates are,
क्यों?
why?
पहला बड़ा गेट है, क्यों?
The biggest gate is why.
क्यों आता?
Why does it come?
तो क्यों लग जाती
When
है
there's
waste
why,
thoughts की.
then it's a
check करो.
queue of waste
जिस
thoughts.
समय भी कोई
The
माया
moment
का विघ्न आता है,
when Maya
पहले
comes
पहले
to
क्या
us,
आता है? ये
what
क्यों?
comes is that why has this
क्यों
happened?
आया?
Why?
लाइन
And
लगी,
you see the
क्यों
line.
लगी.
The waste thoughts start to come one after another
तो
after
ये
another.
क्यों, क्या,
So
कौन,
why,
कब,
what, why,
कैसा,
when,
ये
and
5
how.
शब्द. ये कैसे
The
हुआ?
5 of
ये है
why.
कौन?
Who do
यही
they think
आएगा.
they are? Why has
बात
this
तो पूरी हो
happened?
जाती है.
The situation has
लेकिन
finished.
ये है कौन?
But who do
ये
they
क्या
think they
कहती है?
are? Who do they think they are?
ये ऐसे
This one's
बस
like
उसी में ही
this.
खो
And
जाएंगे.
so we go so engrossed in that.
तो
We
मम्मा
get
हमको
lost
कहती
in
थी,
that.
ये
And this is
5
why
जो
Maya,
फाटक है
this is
ना,
why Mama would
ये
say
बंद
that
कर. क्यों क्या?
Maya will come
एक
in these
तरफ
5
कहते हो
gates, and so you
त्रिकालदर्शी है,
shut it. You shut those gates.
त्रिनेत्री
We
है.
say we are Trikaldarshi,
त्रिकालदर्शी
the one
और जो आई है बात
Trinatri.
प्रेजेंट
The
में,
moment this situation
उसको
comes in
नहीं
front of
जानती है
us,
बाकी त्रिकालदर्शी.
we open those gates and we
त्रिकालदर्शी
forget
माना तीनों कालों को
Trikaldarshi,
जाने ना,
that we
क्यों
know
क्या
the
इसमें
3
कैसे
aspects
आएगा.
of times. We know when Maya comes, why it
त्रिनेत्री है,
comes.
जाने ना इसका फायदा नुकसान क्या
And
है.
this third eye, we have that understanding, and we know
तो मम्मा
that it's
कहती
going to
थी
cause
कि ये
problems.
फाटक बंद करो.
So this is why Mama would say
क्यों
that
आवे
you
ना?
close the
तो आप
gates. If it comes,
त्रिकालदर्शी
then
के सीट पर बैठ जाओ.
Mama would say, sit on the seat of being Trikaldarshi.
और अपसेट शब्द जो होता
The
है ना,
moment you have the word
माना
upset,
सीट पर सेट नहीं हो,
upset means you're
तभी
not
upset.
seated on your
अगर
seat.
सीट
This
पर
is why you
सेट
become
होवे,
upset.
तो
If
upset
you are
हो ही नहीं
seated on your seat, then you will
सेट
never
किस पर
get
होगे? सीट
upset.
पर ना.
What do
अभी
we
हम
have
भी
to sit
सेट
on?
सेट
On a
होके
seat.
बैठे हैं तो सीट है ना.
When we have to sit, we have to sit on
कोई ना
something,
कोई
so it's a
सीट, चाहे
seat.
पट हो,
Whether it's a floor,
लेकिन सीट पर तो सेट
but
होके
we have to
बैठते हैं
sit
ना.
down on a seat,
तो
comfortable.
upset
But by being
होना
upset,
माना अपनी
this
सीट
means
छोड़ दी.
we have not sat on the seat, we've got up. We're not
ऐसे ही बाबा
seated.
कहता था,
And this is why
हिंदी में
Baba
है
would
शब्द
say
परेशान.
that we get parishan, which means we
बाबा
get
कहता था, "परेशान
harassed
क्यों?
by it. Why do you
परेशान
get
का अर्थ
harassed
है,
by this?
शान से परे कर होती
You
है.
know, stay in your pride. Don't get
परेशान.
harassed.
और शान पर स्थित हो जाओ
And
तो
so when you're
शान-
in your pride,
परेशानी खत्म.
then these parishan, the things which
हम
harasses
पहले भी
us,
सुनाया
goes.
था ना,
And I shared with you
सीट पर न
before,
होने के
by
कारण
not seated
कोई
on your
कर्म
seat,
इंद्री हमारा
then
आर्डर मानेंगी नहीं.
then none of our 5 senses will come into our control and in our
मानेगी
order.
मालिक का
They
ना.
won't
अभी
listen
कोई भी
because
आपको
you're not
आके
the
कहे,
master.
आपको ये काम करना है,
And if
आप
somebody
किस
says
नहीं
to you,
गई हो, क्या
you
है?
should do this work,
भाई
why
ये
have you
कौन
not do
आप?
this? And then
आप
they'll
मेरे
say
को
to you,
आर्डर
well,
दो,
who are you?
मालिक को क्या?
And you will say to them, are
क्या
you
ड्यूटी
the
है क्या
master?
आपकी?
Are you the one in charge of this department that you're telling me to do this?
हम पहले भी सुनाया था इंदिरा गांधी का,
And Indira
एकदम
Gandhi,
रात
Day and night, there was a difference. She was a prime minister one moment, and because she came off the seat, she was not the prime minister at that time. Her house had changed from this beautiful place, and we used to go to tie Rakhi to her every year. When this moment came of tying Rakhi, she had come off being a prime minister at that time. We would still go though to tie Rakhi. We're not looking at the. We're not going to tie the Rakhi on the chair, the seat, but we tie Rakhi on her. And so she was in a very small house at that time. The house had changed, obviously. And she would speak very little. Before we used to go, she had a lot of power in her voice. And when we went, so she was speaking in such a way, now what can I do now? Nobody is listening to me. Look at me, look at my house. I've got a small house now. And she would just wander around like that and just think in this way. Her face was so different. The authority was completely gone. And so she's saying, well, who will now listen to me? And so we have to see ourselves. Am I sat as a master so my mind would listen to me? Because the mind also forms an opposition. Maya, the mind will oppose you. Because you've come off your seat, this is why there's opposition. But if you are sat in your seat of position, then there is no opposition. So this is why check yourself. Am I set on the seat? First you check that. And then you check, is Baba combined? Is Maya not making me separate? Check these two things. By being alone, then there's no strength, there's weakness. And then I say to myself, okay, I've got to do this. Baba says, I know I have to do this. Then we start speaking in this way. And so what is Maya really? What is Maya? Our weakness makes Maya invoked. We invoke Maya because of weakness. When you go to a doctor, whatever illness you have, what does the doctor say? It's because you got vitamin B less, you've got less blood in you. They'll just say because you're lacking in vitamin B, vitamin A, and that's why weakness comes. If you have flu or a cold, the ones who are weak, they will have a lot of weaknesses, but those who are not weak, the cold won't come to them just like that. So Maya will come to those when there's weakness. When there's some weakness, then Maya will come. Maya won't come just like that. We are the ones who evoke Maya. The weakness invokes Maya, and Maya is just sat waiting. And this is why Baba said, there are 3 words which Baba says. Remain in concentration, economy. A lot of times we don't have economy. Economy doesn't mean just for money and clothes, but the main treasure stores Baba has given to us. Baba shared one murli with us that at this time the greatest form of treasures is time. Time at this confluence age, this is the greatest treasure store. Why? Because at the confluence, this time is very short. We don't have many thousands of years. And so you've come even shorter than that. It's been 70 years since the establishment, and the foreign lands was established many years after that. First it's short, and now there's even less time according to drama.
तो छोटे एक जन्म में
So in this one very
हमको
small
21
birth,
जन्म का जमा करना है।
we have to accumulate for the
सत्युग
21
में थोड़ी
births.
बैठ के हम योग लगाएंगे,
We're not going to have yoga in the golden age, in Satyug.
योग की प्रारब्ध प्राप्त करेंगे।
So we have to,
योग
we gain,
लगाएंगे नहीं,
we're
जैसे
not going to
पढ़ाई
have
पूरी हो
yoga there,
जाती है,
and then we become the
पास हो
embodiment.
गए इम्तिहान
So
में,
now we
फिर
pass
वही
our
किताब बैठ
studies,
के पढ़ेंगे
and
क्या?
we're not going to do the study
प्रारब्ध
there.
हो गई ना, क्लास
Everything's
आगे
been
हो
attained,
गया।
and so now we move on. In that same way, golden age, we don't
तो
study, we don't have
सत्युग की,
yoga.
और बाबा तो कहते
And this
सारे
is why
कल्प
Baba
की
says
है,
this is also applies to the whole
क्योंकि आप
kalpa.
द्वापर में फिर
That
पूज्य
even
बनेंगे।
even the copper age, we are the ones
आप
become
सभी
worthy
को
to be
ये है कि
worshipped.
हमारी भी मूर्तियां हैं,
Do you also
ये
feel
सिर्फ
that
इंडियन
your
की।
idols will be there as double
आपकी
foreigners?
मूर्ति है ना
You
दिलवाला में,
will
तो
have
देखी है ना
your
आपने,
idols in the
चॉइस की
Dilwala
है,
temple. Have you
आपकी
looked?
मूर्ति है
Have you been
दिलवाला
to
में,
the
देख के आना।
Dilwala temple
हम
and
लोग एक
seen
बारी
your
बाबा के
images
साथ
as
थे
well?
साकार ब्रह्मा बाबा की।
And so Sakha Baba would say to us to
बाबा
do
ने
the
कहा
same.
बच्ची पहले
And Baba would
पहले
say,
बारी गए
child,
बाबा के साथ,
Baba
तो
would say to
कोठियां
us
है
at
ना
that
वहाँ
time,
बहुत, एक एक
there
कोठी
were
अलग
many
अलग
different
बनी।
like little
तो बाबा ने
huts.
कहा पहले जाओ अपनी कोठी
And,
बुक करो
and
कौन
so
सी है,
go to the Diwali temple and look at the
बाबा ने सभी
different
को देखा,
idols, the images, and say which
और
one is
एक और
yours.
एक पत्थर पे
And
बहुत
there
है,
there were many made out of
तो बाबा ने
stone.
कहा इसमें भी चेक करो मेरा
And
नंबर
so
कौन सा है।
which is your number? Baba wanted
तो
everyone to
आपको ये तो
check.
नशा है
And
ना,
so
हम
you
द्वापर से
also should
पूज्य भी
have that
बनेंगे,
intoxication. We are the ones who become
कि
worthy
नहीं
of
समझते
worshipped.
इंडियन ही
Do you
बनेंगे,
feel that it's just the
पहले आप
Indians, the
बनेंगे,
Bharatwasis, which will
फिर
feel
चेंज
like that,
होगा।
and then the double foreigners? No, we should not think in that way.
क्योंकि बाबा ने महिमा की,
Because Baba did
बाबा ने
praise
कहा
that
अभी
now,
इस अभी लास्ट में ही महिमा की ना,
Baba
तो
praised in the
बाबा ने
last
कहा
Mulli
पहले जो
that
है ना ये कल्चर कल्चर कहते थे,
we used to say culture, culture, there's a
अभी तो
difference in
एकदम चंदन
cultures.
का वृक्ष बन
And
गए
so
हैं,
now,
एक कहाँ के भी
it's like
अफ्रीका
whether you're
अमेरिका
from
के आदमी,
Africa or whichever countries,
लेकिन
continents, we
अभी
become
तो
one.
चंदन का वृक्ष,
Now
एक
it's like
चंदन का
we're this
वृक्ष बन गए।
one jewel, we're all part
इतनी
of this
महिमा की
one.
बाबा ने।
Baba praised us so much in the last Mulli.
तो सारे कल्प की
So throughout the
पूजा में
whole
भी बहुत
Kalpa,
अंतर होता है।
there's a difference in the form of
कोई
worshipping
कोई
as
मंदिर जो
well.
होता है
When
ना,
you go to some
उसमें हर
temples,
कर्म की पूजा होती है।
there's every action, there's form of worship.
जैसे हम
Everything,
हर कर्म श्रीमत पर अभी
just as
चलते हैं
now
ना,
we follow everything according to
ऐसे हर
Srimad,
कर्म की
every
समझो
action there's a
पर्दा बंद
Srimad.
करके
When you close the
बोलते हैं अभी
curtains,
दातन कर रहा है,
they
अभी
say
मूर्ति
that
दातन
they are
करेगी।
brushing their teeth. Now, will an idol, an image, brush their teeth? But that's what they do in the
लेकिन दातन
temples.
कर रहा है,
And so they're brushing their teeth.
अभी त्यारी माँ उसको तैयार कर रही
And
है,
so the mother is
अभी
actually
मूर्ति को क्या तैयार कर,
is getting the idol ready.
लेकिन हर
And so
विधि
what does
की,
that mean? So that
हर
means
कर्म
that
की पूजा होती
every
है।
form of
और
action we
कहाँ-कहाँ तो
perform
वो भी
now,
7 दिन में एक बारी बनी।
there's a significance in that.
तो ये फर्क क्या है,
The
जो
difference
विधि
is that
पूर्वक अभी
anyone,
श्रीमत पर हर कर्म
when we
चला है ना,
performs everything
उसके
according
हर
to
कर्म
Srimad,
की
then
विधि
that
पूर्वक
action
पूजा।
will be with that great
जो भी
significance in
बड़े-बड़े
the
मंदिर है,
future. The
उसमें
great
विधि पूर्वक
temples, everything is done with great significance. Everything is done in the accurate way.
हमको प्रैक्टिकल में याद है,
In
हम
practical
जा
form, I
रहे थे
remember
इंदौर की
that
तरफ,
I
बीच
went
में एक
towards
मंदिर है,
Indore, and there
वहाँ
was this
हमको तो
temple.
नाश्ता करना था।
And so we had to go to
तो
have
हम
breakfast at a
का
certain
मंदिर है,
place,
देखते हैं
at a
सामने,
center, and they said
तो
there's a
पर्दा
temple.
लगा हुआ था। मैंने
And
कहा
we
इस
saw
समय
that
पर्दा क्यों
why
लगाया
have they
गया?
drawn the curtains at this particular time?
कहते हैं
They
माँ जो
said
है
that
ना,
the mother which is
वो
there, the
बच्चे को
mother,
कृष्ण को जो है ना,
the Krishna
खेल
idol, the sort of playing with Krishna.
उनका मूर्ति है क्या,
Is that an
कोई
idol?
मॉडल है
Is
क्या?
it a model?
कहते नहीं है
No,
मूर्ति,
it's an idol. It's an
मैं मूर्ति क्या खेलेंगी?
So how can you
और
play
सच
with
में तो
an
15
idol?
मिनट
But for
पर्दा
15
खोले ही
minutes,
नहीं।
they wouldn't open the
वो जब
curtains.
खेल पूरा होगा
When
तब
the
खोलेंगे।
game was finished, when the playing was finished, then
और
they
जब पर्दा
opened.
खुला तो
And when
हम
they
फिर
opened the
खेलता
curtains,
देखते
I
हैं।
was wanting to
सच में
see
खिलौने
that there's so many toys. There were so many toys which were there that were and the mother was the one who was a devotee was playing with Krishna with the toys. So you see that if everything we do according to Srimad now, every action that we perform with Srimad, if we form that and if we do it with accuracy, then that form of worshipping will happen in the future. I was in Delhi at one time. In Delhi, there was this temple. There was this Buddha Mata, a foolish one. And the bhog that was there was dalia, which is like oats. Oats was being offered. And so I was saying, this temple, why is this temple named? And there was only this one bhog offered, and that's it. And the name, you'd laugh at the name Buddha Mata, which means, the foolish Buddha. So even the forms of the rituals was in that way also. And so only dalia, only oats, which was fed to this idol. So we have to pay attention to the Srimad that we follow. Every action is performed in that way. If there's any mistake which is there, if there's any carelessness in that, then the Pandit which is there, the Brahmin soul which is there, they will also do it sometimes, sometimes not. So this is why Baba says that at the confluence, the treasure stores is so great. Because in one birth, there's attainment for the whole kalpa. Baba hasn't told it until when. It hasn't given us a time that completion will take place. But we know it's only this one birth. In one birth, for 5,000 years, we can have that accumulation. So whatever whether it's 100 years, whether it's 50 years, whatever it is, we know it's a short time according to 2,500 years or so. So the treasures which Baba has given to us, check. Do I have economy in this? Are there any? If there's any waste thoughts which comes, we're all experienced by having waste thoughts. The moment that waste thoughts start, you see the fast speed of waste thought, fast, and so much time is gone in that time. And then we try to control. Then we say, "I'm a soul," and then that thoughts start to come again. So this is why Baba says economy means the one who knows according to the time, the one who knows time, they are the ones, they will also in the yajna be economical, whether it's in wealth, whether it's in things, perishable things. There are some which says, some which may get things and it becomes a little bit old and then just throw it away. But in those days when we first came, Baba says that even if you torn things, you have to have patches. You still wear it even if it's old. And sometimes, when we have something, you get a slight torn. We used to throw it away, and Baba said, "Why are you throwing that away? You cut it a little, you sew it up, but why do you throw something away which seems slightly torn?" And this is why. And so even if you got about 8 patches, 8 torns, whatever, you still patch it up. So Baba taught us a lot of economy in that way. It's like we have the butter in our hands, we have everything in our hands today, but in those days we had nothing and we still had to be economical with everything. So economical in our time, in our breath, with every second, even with our thoughts. our thoughts, if they go into waste, because our thoughts are it's a big thing, because we can do a lot of service with our thoughts. We can solve things through our thoughts. This is why Baba says the treasure stores, check that. Be economical. Don't allow things to go into waste. The bank balance we have to accumulate, and whatever is in our bank, that's what we have to survive on. So whatever I have that's how much we have to eat. And so in that same way, whatever we accumulate now that's what we'll have in the future. This is why the mulis which Baba share with us, Baba has said to us, Baba doesn't want to see the carelessness. Baba doesn't want to see the laziness anymore. At the moment, Baba is saying that Baba is still the form of the Father to us children. And that time will come when it's the form of the Sadguru. And at that time, Baba will become very official. At the moment, Baba is like the ocean of love to us. And so why should he become the Sadguru to us? He should always remain the Father to us. So this is why we have to pay that attention on ourselves. Our attention goes on other things too quickly. Once Baba said that, Baba had noted that the majority of children, they have a good eyesight for the distance, and the near sight they can't see. Far-sighted, to see things close to us, they can't see ourselves, they can't look at themselves. But to look far-sighted means long distance. They get influenced by others, they talk about others. This is like seeing things from a distance, and to see close is looking at the self. And this is why Baba says we have a lot of excuses. Baba is watching all the excuses. He's seen the record. It's our mistake, but we have so many excuses. It's that one which did this. If they didn't do that, then my stage would be okay. They will do what they have to do. The papers will come. Don't think that later on papers won't come. And Baba, someone said that Maya really harasses us and it becomes a child. Baba did say that one time. Maya is a child. You have to put the Maya in your lap. Why do you send Maya to others? I can only put Maya in the lap and say for Maya to go away. Put Maya in the lap. But will come. But when you become a Brahmin, what promise did you make? That we will be the ones who will conquer Maya and will become victorious over Maya. So Maya as the enemy won't come, but you've made Maya you've allowed Maya come to your home. Only when an enemy comes can you gain victory. So Maya has to come. Okay, Maya, I will make Maya sit. But you're the ones who have to become victorious over Maya. If you keep Maya with you, Maya will, who will become victorious? Will you become victorious, or will Maya become victorious? Baba says it doesn't matter. I can make Maya go away, but you're the one who said that you made a promise that when Maya comes, I will gain victory.
मेरे को तो राज लेना ही नहीं
I
है।
don't need to gain the kingdom in
मैं
the
शुभ जाऊं,
future.
मैं क्यों
Why
करूं?
should I do your work of conquering Maya?
इसीलिए माया जीत बनना ही है।
So we have to
और
be ones
पेपर
who
अंत
have to
तक
conquer
आने ही
Maya,
हैं।
and
और
papers will
एक
come
मुरली में
right till the
लास्ट में
end.
अभी जो सीजन
And
में
in
मुरली
this,
चली,
the last
इसमें
season,
बाबा ने
this
ये भी
Baba has
याद
said in the
दिलाया,
Murli, that
सुना
Baba
तो
said
होगा
to
पहले
us
भी,
that
तो लास्ट पेपर
the
पास विथ
last
ऑनर का होगा
the
1
last paper,
सेकंड का।
it will be of 1
बाबा ने
second to
कहा ना
pass with
लंदन
honors.
में
Baba
वो
said
क्या
that in
जैम
London, the
जैम
JAM
का
program,
हुआ।
which took place last year,
तो बाबा ने
then
कहा
Baba
नहीं,
had said,
लास्ट में पास विथ ऑनर का
in
जो
last
पेपर
we have to
होगा
pass with
वो
honors.
1
The
सेकंड का
paper
होगा।
will only be for 1
और क्वेश्चन
second.
भी सुना दिए,
And so even the question Baba gave,
नष्टो मोहा
to become
समृद्धि सो,
conqueror of
ये
attachment
क्वेश्चन आना है।
and embodiment
पहले
of
क्वेश्चन थोड़ी
remembrance,
आउट किया जाता है,
before a question and an answer
लेकिन
isn't
बाबा
given,
ने
but
तो
Baba has
क्वेश्चन भी
given
आउट
us,
कर दिया,
Baba has given us the
टाइम भी
question,
फिक्स बता दिए।
Baba has given us the period of time
तो
also.
उसका सेकंड का
But that
सेकंड
second,
में हम कहे नहीं, बस
we can't, at that
मन
moment, you have to
मना
say
भाव,
second, man above.
मन माने भी तो।
The mind has to accept that though.
और हालतें भी बाबा ने
And
सुना
Baba
दी
has
है
also said at
कि
that
उस
time,
समय
the
5
situations,
तत्व
all the
माया,
5 elements
5
of
तत्व
Maya as well,
और वायुमंडल
everything, the atmosphere
सब
around
अति में
us
होंगे,
will become its complete extreme. Everything will go into its
चारों
extreme.
ओर अति होगा।
It will be in all 4 directions.
सब सुना दी है,
Baba has shared
हालतें
everything
भी
to
सुना
us.
दी,
He showed
क्वेश्चन
us
भी
this is a
सुना दिया, टाइम भी
situation.
सुना।
He's explained to us the question, and he also told us the
इसीलिए
period
बाबा
of
ने कहा
time.
अभी सेकंड का
And so
अभ्यास
this is
करो।
why Baba said, have
ऐसे
that
नहीं
practice of
बाई
1
बात
second.
आधा
Don't
घंटा
say
तो
that
लगते,
a
आधा
situation
घंटा
came and it
ज़्यादा
took me
नहीं,
half an hour to
आधे
overcome
घंटा
it.
कोई कम
But
थोड़ी है।
half an hour is not a small
बाबा तो
time.
कहते हैं
Baba
1
says
मिनट भी
that
नहीं, 1
not
सेकंड,
even 1 minute, but not even 1
क्योंकि
second.
बहुत काल का अभ्यास है
Because
ना।
we need a lot of practice over
हमारे
a long
साथ
period
ये
of
भी याद
times.
रहे,
And we should
तो
have within
बहुत
our
काल का
remembrance
अभ्यास
that
होगा तो
if I
काम में
have that
आएगा।
experience of a long period of time, it will help me.
हम मिसाल सुनाते हैं ना,
So we give the
देखो
example
63 जन्म का
that
बहुत काल
63
का
births,
अभ्यास
we
है
have a
बॉडी
lot of
कॉन्शियस का।
practice and experience of body
योग के
consciousness.
टाइम भी बॉडी कॉन्शियस की
In
संकल्प
yoga,
कभी आ
in
जाती
yoगा,
है।
we have that thought of body consciousness which comes. We experience
क्यों?
body consciousness. Why?
बहुत काल का
Because it's over a long period of time.
नहीं चाहते हैं,
Even
इतना
though we don't
युद्ध
want
करते
it,
हैं,
even
नहीं
though we
होगी, नहीं
battle,
आवे,
it
नहीं
shouldn't
आवे,
come, this
फिर
body
भी आ जाते
consciousness,
हैं।
but it still comes.
कारण क्या है?
Why? The
बहुत
reason why?
काल का अभ्यास।
Because it's
ये
the
तो सभी को
experience of a
अभ्यास
long
है।
period of time. We know this.
तो ये जो सेकंड में पास
So
होने
to
का
pass in
अभ्यास,
1 second,
वो भी
that
तो बहुत
that
काल होना
experience,
चाहिए
we
ना।
also need that practice over a long period of
उस
time
समय हम
from
समझे
now.
नहीं,
At that time,
सर्वोत्तम
we
से
can't
होंगे
say
ना,
that,
बेहद का वैराग
we will
होगा,
have a complete
दुनिया की हालत ही ऐसी आएंगी,
disinterest
बेहद
for
का
the
वैराग
whole
आ
world
जाएगा, पास हो
and
जाएगा।
everything will
नहीं होगा।
have so much disinterest, I'll be okay. But no.
अगर बहुत काल का अभ्यास
But
नहीं
if
होगा
I
ना,
don't have
तो
that
धोखा खा
practice, then we will deceive ourselves at that time.
इसीलिए बाबा
This is
बहुत
why
काल
Baba
के
says,
ऊपर भी attention
Baba
खींच
gives
रहा
us a
है।
lot of
तो है
attention,
टेंशन
tells to pay
पांडव,
attention on this long
बहुत
period
काल
of
का
time.
टेंशन पॉइंट है बुद्धि
Do we have that
में।
in awareness? She's
हाँ,
asking all of us.
पांडव
So,
भी बैठे हैं,
Pandavas, which are
बहनें,
sat
शिव
here,
शक्तियाँ।
the Shiv Shakti sat here.
बाबा
So,
कहते हैं
Baba
अपना नाम
says,
ही याद रखो, शिव शक्ति।
you remember
तो
your
बाबा
name, Shiv
जुड़ेगा
Shakti,
कंबाइन।
and Baba will be combined.
बार बार स्मृति में
Again and
रखो, मैं
again,
कंबाइन
we
शिव
have that in
शक्ति।
our awareness. I'm Shiv Shakti.
अगर शिव को निकाल दो,
If you
तो
remove the
बाकी
word
body
Shiva,
conscious
then
ये
body
शव-
consciousness, the body consciousness will enter.
शिव एक शिव नाम होता है,
One
दूसरा
is Shiv.
जो शरीर अर्थी बन जाता है ना, उसको शव कहते हैं।
Show is when you remove the word
अगर
Shiv,
शिव बाबा नहीं
show
तो शव,
means like a body.
और क्या हुआ,
So
ताकत तो चली गई।
when we say show, that means it's just
इसलिए
remembrance of the
बाबा
body,
attention
and
खिंचवा
Shiv
रहा
has
है।
gone. So Shiv Shakti,
सेकंड का मामला होना है,
It's a matter of a second. Baba is so merciful that He's given us advice from the beginners. He's given us the method.
Attention, please.
So please pay attention. Baba says, please have attention. Attention, please. And we, Baba gives us so much intoxication, have so much of love, and we have that from our heart. Who's going to give us this much love? Nobody's going to love us in this way. Baba gives us a lot of help. One is the hand of courage, and Baba gives us 1,000 footsteps of help. So in our efforts, moving forward by forward and double foreigners, everything is double for all of us. For double foreigners, double, the force is also double. So it's that force which is double. Everything is double. So go double in everything. Not in anything which is wrong, but only good things.
Okay?
Is that okay?
Okay.
Now what shall we do now? Just to climb. We're flying. Somebody has said to Baba, how are you? They say, Baba, I am moving along very well. But Baba said, what did you say? I'm moving along very well. Then Baba said, what did you say? And that one didn't understand what they were saying wrong. He said, you're moving along, walking along? Are you walking along or are you flying along? So this is the time to fly. And you said, I'm moving along very well, meaning walking along very well. It's not the time to walk, but it's now the time to fly. This is a time to fly. It's not having a scooter and driving around, but no, it's this flying. So fly to our destination. And this is why Baba says, whatever Baba says, we always say Mama slogan. Mama went number one because of this one small slogan. What's that slogan? Mama. Whatever Baba said, Mama did. Baba said, Mama did. If we remember this slogan, Baba said and I did. Because Baba said to me, I am Arjun. Baba is saying to me, this is why Baba says, Mera Baba. Baba has come for me. By saying Mera, then attachments will go. I'm Arjun. I'm the one who's victorious. So these things we have to put into practical form.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.